Dan, mijn volgende gast heeft meer YouTube-hits dan schattige hondjes, burrito-etende hamsters en de clips van Justin Bieber bij elkaar. Waarmee? Met filmpjes over statistiek. Laten we even kijken.
I am Professor Hans Rosling. Let me show you where the Syrian refugees are. Here come all the countries. Europe brown, Asia red, Middle East green.
Hans Rosling actually showed that unbelievable correlation.
I'm going to show you this yardstick. Very simple, poor and rich. The chimps doesn't watch the evening news.
Helemaal vanuit Zweden is hij hier, professor of Global Health en oprichter van de Gapminder Foundation, Hans Rosling! Hallo, welkom. Take a seat. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
I noticed right away you are wearing a tie. Is that the logo of the Dutch National Police?
No, I use humor as my method. My purpose is serious. And I belong to a more serious organization than the Dutch police.
Oh, even more. What is
The
it?
Swedish Royal Academy of Science.
Wow.
We hand out the Nobel Prizes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what you do?
Yes.
Do you also hand out the Nobel Prize for Literature?
No, don't even think about it,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
I deal with science.
So your specialism is statistics. I remember from school, when we had statistics in school, I always went to the Jamin to get a soft ijsje. How do you manage to get statistics interesting and sexy? And
Because I'm not interested in numbers. I'm interested in the lives behind the numbers. And my numbers deals with sex, birth, death, and money. That's interesting.
Oh, Professor Rosling. Woo. Wow. Oh. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And you're the founder of Gapminder Foundation. We saw all the beautiful videos that you make. And the slogan is, I have the slogan here, fighting devastating ignorance with a fact-based worldview. That's quite ambitious, fighting devastating ignorance.
No, it's not. Because we have found that there are some special things where we have good facts and it has not been communicated in education and media, and then we compensate for that. And that deals very much with how normal people across the world live, what they do in the bedroom, how they give birth to kids, how kids survive, how they go to school. That has been missed, and we try then to fill in those gaps.
And so I'm ignorant, probably. The crowd must be ignorant as well.
In some things.
Yeah. So could you give us a big example of my ignorance, or what's the biggest
What comes
misconception?
across all this is this idea that the way people pray determine how they behave in the bedroom. And that's not true.
How they behave in the bedroom?
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, whether you use condom or pills and how you decide how many kids you should have, that is determined whether you are Christian, you belong to Islam, or you are Buddhist or so on. It doesn't. I can show you. I have
Yeah,
graphics
okay, we've
here.
set up the screen. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'll follow you.
See, this is the world. This is the world in 1948, the year when I was born.
Yeah.
And each bubble here is a country. There's almost 200 countries in the world. The size of the bubbles here shows the size of the population. So big bubble, lot of people. The biggest one is obviously China then. And on this horizontal axis here, I show income. I promised you money also, you know.
Yeah.
How many dollar per person per year? 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, you know. Rich countries, poor countries. And here, bedroom, babies born per woman. 2, 4, 6, 8. In 1948, there was one group of countries up here had low income and large families, you know. We call them developing world. And the countries down here, oh, wow.
Yeah? It's okay.
Careful,
Yeah.
it's designed this, I understand, yeah? These countries down here, they had higher income and they had small families. We call them the Western world or industrialized countries. Now the interesting color. I'll show you color here. The blue countries, you know, the main religion there is Christianity. And you can see almost all these countries down here with high income and small families were Christian at that time when I was born. And those where Islam was the dominant religion, those countries, all of them had large families up there and quite modest income. And the red ones there is what we call Eastern or Asian religion, mainly Hinduism and Buddhism. You know? Now I'm going to show you what has happened in the world, you know, whether this has changed. And I can start the world here. Can you see, year by year they are moving. This is Japan. Japan is coming down here with small families in spite of being Buddhist. And this is China under Mao Zedong. It jumps up and down there first. Then they start more steadily with family planning. They are coming down here. And many of these Christian countries in Latin America, they are coming down. But so are Muslim countries. This is Turkey coming down here. They start using condoms. They start using pills. They have small families. And this is Islamic Republic of Iran. They have the biggest condom factory in the world. And they are coming down here. And today, look at this. Iran today in 2015, they are there. 1.9 children per woman.
Wow.
The same as the Netherlands and Sweden. Similar behavior in bedrooms in our 3 countries. And many people don't know that. And look here, this is the whole world today. Today, the average number of babies born per woman today is 2.5. The number of births in the world is no longer increasing. It's remaining the same every year now. Children in the world, it's 2 billion. It's not increasing any longer.
But you always hear that the amount of people in the world is increasing. The population is growing.
Yeah, you're right. But you said people, I said children. It's the adults that are increasing, not children.
But if the number of children aren't increasing, how is that possible?
Yeah, that's why I brought this more advanced teaching material here. That is digital. This is the more advanced. It is analog teaching material, That's much better.
Ja, lag het aan maar even.
You see this here? Each roll here, each figure here is 1 billion. Mm-hmm. So these are the 2 billion children. I put up the age groups here. Look. Below 15 years of age. Then the next age group, 15 to 30, is also almost 2 billion here. And then, how old are you?
I'm in my beginning 30s.
Oh, you're that young. I thought so. I wasn't sure.
36,
so this is your age group then,
yes.
30 to 45. Yes. I was not sure whether you were there. So here is 30 to 45. And this group here is 45 to 60, also almost 1 billion. I round it up to billions.
Yes, I always do that.
You do that with your wealth, isn't
yes,
it?
Yes.
You can imagine that, And then my age group, 60 years and older, are on top here because we have many old people. This is the world population today. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like a pyramid. Now, the number of people in the world will increase with 3 billion without getting more children and without getting longer life. Life today in the world is about 70 to 75. Mm-hmm. And I will show you how it works. If you look carefully, do you know what happens to old people?
They go to IKEA for free breakfast.
Yes. And then after that?
Then they die mostly.
Then they die. Yes, you got it. You got it. Yeah. IKEA doesn't give eternal life. You just get comfortable life. So then the rest of... Have you noted what happens year by year with yourself?
Me?
Yes.
I'm getting
older and older and older, and then you get 15 years older. And you see, this is where you end up. After 15 years, it looks like this. Then they all die. The rest grow older and older, and this is what we get. And then the old die. It's not so difficult, this, And then they get older and older, and then come the children. And can you see, after 45 years, we have got 3 billion more adult people without longer life, without more children.
Wow.
We call it the inevitable fill-up of adults.
Wow.
You seem as you doubt.
No, yeah.
If you have this at home, you can check. It's just toilet paper.
No, I don't.
There is one more thing, however. We may get longer life if things go well and we can live sustainable in this world and keep peace. We may live longer, and there can be 1 billion. I want to live a little longer to follow the statistics. So this is about where we will flatten off at 11 billion people, something like that.
I always thought that the amount would increase until 30 billion and the planet would explode.
No.
No?
Because the number of children have stopped increasing.
Which we just saw.
So we have to plan a world for 11 billion people.
Wow, this is a great explanation. Thank you very much, Professor Hans Rosling. There's so much I wanted to ask you. Could you stick around for a while? We'll do a short interview just for YouTube.
Oh yes, and you can also go to Gapminder's webpage. It's free, and you can see all these graphics there.
That's also possible. We'll do that and we'll talk a little more afterwards. Wij gaan dus nog even door. Hou ons YouTube-kanaal in de gaten voor de rest van het interview. Dit was Zondag met Lubach. Op 27 december zijn we er weer met een speciale eindejaarshow vanuit de stad Schouwburg in Amsterdam. Yeah. Veel plezier als je weet. Tot dan! Hoi, ik ben Arjen Lubach. Bedankt voor het kijken. Vergeet je niet te abonneren op ons YouTube-kanaal.